Hi guys, my name is Roger, welcome to a new video. In this video, a quick tutorial about sampling with your Roland MV. Sampling is very easy with the Roland MV, just set some parameters and you're good to go. So what I'm going to do in this video is showing how to sample. In this case, we're going to sample from vinyl. Then that sample, we will quick assign it to an audio phrase, then we adjust the BPM of it. I will chop that sample and create a patch. And then I will adjust the parameters so you can use your chops for finger drumming. Because in another video I did some finger drumming and people ask me, how do you do it? Okay, so I will tell you how to do it and which parameters you can set. Are you ready? Here we go. First we press the sampling button and we're in the sampling menu. Then you see sample type, input select, start trigger, stop trigger. Let me tell you something about this. Okay, sample type stereo is very easy because you can choose between stereo and mono. Input select, it's very important to set which kind of input you want to have. In this case, we are going to sample from my turntable. When you're using a turntable, you can only use the turntable. You cannot use the line in. So you have to choose, do I want to have the turntable coming in or do I want to have the line in coming in? You can't use them at the same time. So in this case, my turntable is connected and the line in is not connected. Start trigger, manual, because I want to decide when I want to start sampling. You can also set a level, so when sound is coming in, the MV will start recording. But in this case, I will decide when to start and when to stop. I also choose to auto normalize the sample immediately to have a better volume. You can choose also auto divide when you have multiple samples with a small gap of silence. Then the MV will auto divide it. In this case, just one sample, one beat. I will use the song Humpty Dumpty from Digital Underground. So, ready? Let's go. Okay, I already stopped it. Now I can choose preview. Let me choose preview. Okay, what I'm now going to do is I'm going to create a perfect loop of it. So you see loop is already on. I go to the starting point, and when I go to the starting point, I can use the value dial to move the green line. I can zoom in by pressing shift and using the cursor. Then I can zoom in. So I will zoom in and this is the starting point, I guess. So I use preview because on the MV you see preview to and preview from. In this case, preview from. Let me adjust it a little bit more. It's okay. Then the endpoint, same thing. Now I use the from. Okay, something like this. Let me check it with the preview button. It's not correct because I don't like the starting point. That's better. Okay, the BPM-Base note, we are going to adjust it because it's 8 measures. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 8 measures and then... Perfect. Now we have to select truncate. So I use the cursor to go to truncate and then I dial the value. Then we see truncate is now marked. Again, normalize. So over here we can choose quick assign and we do quick assign and then it asks, do you want to chop it immediately or do you want to assign it to a phrase or to a patch? In this case, I'm going to assign it to a phrase. So I choose phrase. And automatically it says you can do it on pad number 5. So I say execute. So it's done. So sampling is done. What I'm now going to do is, you hear the noise of the record, so I change the input select to coaxial because coax is not connected. Now the noise is gone. Cool. So now we are going to audio phrases. We have here the audio phrases, and on pad number 5 should be, in this case, Digital Underground. Let me check it. Okay, we can edit this one. So we press now edit. And on the screen you see several parameters, and BPM-sync, I'm going to switch it on. So now it's synced to the BPM of the song. In this case the BPM is 115. So of the song, and the BPM of the sample is 103. So let me check it. Okay, so for example on pad number 1 I have Rocket from Herbie Hancock. Also BPM synced, so if I play them together they're both BPM synced. On the other pads I also have some sounds. EPMD.
No, I mean. No, I mean.
Okay, very cool. So all the phrases are BPM synced because I've selected BPM sync on all phrases. What I said before, we are going to chop. We are going to chop a beat. So let me chop this one, and we chop it with the chop button. So I press chop. Now we see add point, clear point, auto chop, preview, and assign to patch. In this case I press auto chop. I do auto chop, and then I choose the chop type. In this case I choose beat because I want to have a chop on the same beat all the time. So in this case the 8 measures will be divided in 8 points. So I do execute, and now we see immediately that the MV has chopped the beat in different chops, different portions. Okay, now we are going to assign it to a patch. So I do assign to patch, and I'm going to search for a location. I want to assign it over here, but then starting on F1 or pad number 9. So from pad number 9 to pad number 16, the chops will be placed. So I do execute, and they're now over there. I go to exit, and now we have created a patch, and a patch is an instrument. I press instruments, and I go to, in this case it's on part number 4. Let me turn down the reverb of that sound. Okay, so it's chopped, but I cannot play nice with it, so I will tell you what to do. I do patch edit, and now here it comes. We go to partial edit, because patch edit is the overall edit of the sound, but we want to go a little deeper to each partial, chop, sample. Okay, patch is the complete combination of all samples, and now we're going to dive deeper into the partial edit. So I choose partial edit, and I press pad number 9. For finger drumming, you have to do the following. You have to put it on one shot. So I do one shot on, and that I'm going to do for all the samples. One shot on, this one, this one. So they're all now as one shots. Something else what we need to do is to adjust the decay of the sound. And if we put it on 100, we're okay. So every sample on 100. Done. So every sample is... But still, it's not nice to finger drum because they're playing and they're mixing. So we have to create an exclusive group. We go to exclusive group, I turn for every sample the exclusive group to, let's say 2, because on this one we have another sample. So I do it on 2, 2. Okay, done. They're all on 2. Another thing. I'm going to adjust the filter type. Because I want to play with a filter when I start finger drumming. So I do the filter on LPF. 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 Okay. All on LPF. Then something else. We're not done yet. Something else. In the amplifier, I want to adjust the velocity curve because it's nice that the pads are velocity sensitive, but in this case for finger drumming I don't want it. So I have to adjust for every sample the velocity curve to type 1. Here we go. And now you're done. So, with this chops, you can finger drum. So again, sampling, very easy. Use final, only the RCA. Quick assign, audio phrase, chop it, create a patch, adjust the parameters of the chops, and you can finger drum. Something like this. Okay, just a simple example. Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. And we see each other next time. Bye-bye.